My Gavanan Melanine, and well met indeed. I am Arakia Galadirthan, the head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on as Bree. Bree, as I have said a few times now, is actually closing in on its end, which is both good and bad, I suppose. We have only got to claim something like 10 more regions, maybe 9 more regions, I'm not entirely sure. And then we've won, so we're starting here at Herot. Now, what this army's goal is to kill as much of Lord Ugluk's force as possible. That is its only objective. There is a larger force. That's not a word. There's a larger force coming from Tarbet. Royal Tarbet and Grab's Crossing are going to combine and move their army south. They're going to be led by Will the Hobbit. He's coming from the Shire up there. There he is. He's coming down. He's going to lead the army from Tharbad, and we're going to take the city. So this army has one objective: kill as many as we can. So in questions then about going beyond Bree, the plan is 100% to do another total war campaign, or a non-diplomacy game. I don't know what the best word for it would be. But basically to do a game mode where everybody is free to attack everybody. That is the goal. But as to which nation this will be, I have yet to decide. Now, I don't want to move the catapults. They're not really in a very good position, and I do wish they were actually slightly further back. But it takes so long to move them, and they are absolutely awful at moving, that by the time they're in position, they will no longer be able to shoot anything. So we will keep them where they are, and we will look to just move our lines up a bit so that we protect the catapults a bit better. Absolutely no qualms, this little trick that I've since learned, and I thank anybody that had a hand in teaching me this. By putting your troops as close to the catapults as possible, you protect yourself from friendly fire. Right, you haven't started firing yet, so curl around a bit more over there. Likewise, you guys come a little bit closer. Oh, what's happening here? Why can't you move where I want you to? Oh, because of that stone there. You're joking. No, it's because of that stone. That's madness. Right, let's get to it. Let's be about it. Oh, what a good one. No, terrible one, in fact. Oh, that's a nice one. Right on the bodyguards. Come on, someone get that damn lucky shot and kill Ugluk. Next shot, please. If we could just get one right in the door. Right in the door. Is it too much to ask? Yes, apparently. The enemy's going off on some weird flank. Come on, do as you're told. Oh, and look, the catapult's totally ruined everything. Because I wasn't paying attention, once again, because I was fiddling with these stupid morons. And their cavalry has pulled off an absolutely stellar stopping of our catapults. There we are, we got the bastards out. Now just turn and start shooting stuff. Come on. Good shots on some berserkers over there. Who's attacking you now? Where did the wargs come from? What? For God's sake. Where are the lumbermen? The lumbermen are running away. Oh, it's over already. And how many have we killed? 15%. We've lost basically our whole army.
Our general shames our brash. We've lost half of our men.
Come on. Everyone just run away. Just quit. What an absolutely ridiculously mad battle. God's sake. Now, I readily accept that once again that is my poor decision to play the battle at ×6 speed. But equally, the AI there... I just don't have words for it. The AI has bugged out and decided to run around to the edge of the town, which has then actually turned into a really solid attack tactic.
We should retreat.
And we've ended up killing virtually no one. Your army, despite the fact that I led it,
My lord.
is to not be remembered. To be disgraced, in fact. I thought Angmar was defeated. Oh, they were. That's why we just got the waned message. Right, well, we don't need any of these armies up here anymore. So we need new enemies. I'm sure the Misty Mountains are probably doing something they shouldn't be. Let's go and knock on their door. Who should we leave behind, though? A unit that we can train here, you two.
Yes. This tower will keep vigil over the lands.
Yes, please.
We shall engage.
Kando, we need to leave a bit more here, so we'll go 1 unit of archers, axemen, and swordmen.
With honor.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. We shall continue.
You
tomorrow.
head down there. 2. Yeah, you don't like me because you're a castle and I can't change your tax rate. But we'll get Shadoon. That'll be another one on our scale. We'll get Heorot soon. As Will is on his way. Come on, Will.
Yes, my lord.
Walk faster, you slow bugger.
With honor. Making camp here.
This is his army. Certain things can be retrained. Yagdak's grave. Do we want to send anything? No. And Freka's legacy, we're going to siege them out. We're not going to attack them. We will die. But if we siege them out, we might do all right. I don't actually know if the Misty Mountains really have anything, but we'll find out. Anyway, let's retrain those units and then end the turn. We're also about to get our first Dunedain barracks, which will show us what Dunedain units are available when we choose the Dunedain in the Bree land choice. Of course, there is going to be some interesting diplomacy in Northern Eriador now, because there are no enemies left. The Blue Mountains and the Dunedain will be at each other's throats soon enough. Or perhaps Linden and the Blue Mountains, we will see. Oh, Isengard, why didn't the army in the city attack me? Gorul, you're an absolutely pathetic, moronical force, whereas Mog can do something about it. Look at those. 9 experience. Righty-ho, so we're going to be attacked from the front, but the real army we want to worry about is coming from the left.
Attack!
Hammers, axes, swords, daggers, pickaxes, tongs, and also instruments of torture. They make very well, or get other people to make to their design.
From such tidings does victory emerge.
I think. I didn't read ahead far enough. Right, so we're not bothered about Gorul. He can do what the hell he likes. The other guy, who's coming in from over here, we are bothered about. Now, once again, our catapults will do a lot of damage, but they are awful if they have to move. Although I'd love to be on that hill there, but then their army's going to be quite large. They'll probably come in from a large section of that. But that hill there is an absolute dream. I'm going to solve part of our problems here by just not letting them fire at will. Lie low in the trees. You guys... Well, Grep, you can deal with Gorul. I'll stand 1 unit with you. Everyone else, come and stand atop this hill. And we'll move you into positions when we're ready.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Alright, they are coming in right there. Literally right there. Dear. Which means we're not going to get the hill. No, we can rush to the hill. We can rush to the hill. Cover that corner. Who is that coming in over there? Wargs. We're not really bothered about wargs. Oh, no, I don't want that. I want both of them. Run up there. And you and you. No, you and you. See, we're actually in a really awful position. This hill up here is nice, but we're caught right out because we want to be there, really. We can't go there because of the way they are. So you're going to have to go like there-ish. You guys come a bit lower down. No, actually, don't tell the catapults to move. Just tell them to attack something and they'll just pivot. The cavalry... We need to deal with those wargs. That's the only thing. You, change your plans. Run up there and deal with those wargs. Cavalry, you're going to be ready to flank. Now, of grep. We'll wait till those guys just get closer. Just get straight to it, lads. This is going to be so disastrously bad for us. That was alright.
The battle is very much in our favour.
Cheating, but who gives a damn? Oh, I didn't tell any of you could fire. I'm really bad at this. I am genuinely awful at this. More wargs coming in on that side. Look how poor the catapults are at moving. And somehow they're being attacked. Oh, for God's sake.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
Kill both of those. Have you won against those wargs yet? Yes.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Where did those Urukai infantry come from? They flanked our entire army. Are you serious? Grep is being slaughtered. How have they caught him twice as well? Oh my god. We're getting massacred. But playing at ×1 speed is so boring. I really don't understand how we've been flanked so like perfectly. And every unit of theirs is tied up in some form or another. Oh, right edge is just totally shut off. Who are you even fighting against? All thank God somehow. Get Grep out. Isengard with their faction leader. It's just no hope. Bree are just no match for this level of army. Get yourselves down there.
The tide of battle seems to have turned against us.
I
We
know.
must act and halt this turn of events.
Doom Lane getting massacred out there.
Only half our force remains. Only half the enemy force remains.
Catapults are almost in position.
Defeat seems almost certain.
Now is the time to just start killing our own. Come on, get them out of there before the catapult gets through. Perfect. Now spin. There's some half-orc Bane Guard there that need to go down. Ah, excellent shots. We're pulling it back. Which one's their general? Is that really Ugluk all the way out there? No, those are just half-orc Bane Guard. Cavalry is pretty much dead. Well done. Sorry, Dunedain, your lives have... For the greater good, you must now perish. Cavalry, lock those pikemen in place.
The enemy general lies dead.
No, that's not the one we need dead, though.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Come on, there's plenty of you.
Behold how our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
Our nice defensive hill is holding. Well. Who's that over there? Got a rule. Right, stop what you're doing. Catapults! There he is. Oh, that was bloody close. Oh, come on! No, you jammy bastard! How did he miss all of that? Come on, another wave! This is him. This is Ugluk right here. Why do you turn like that? Why, like, catapults are just rubbish. And now they stand behind it just to turn around, to then run to the other side of it again. It's just madness, isn't it? Come on, push him back, push him back. They're taking Ugluk down. Someone just get him. Catapults, now is the hour. Get in there and support. Comes down to our Bree land bodyguard. Our gatekeepers. Finest that we have. Slightly more of the enemy has died than us. Ugluk has pulled himself out. Coward. Pikemen versus gatekeepers up there. Oh no, the Bane Guard are going to do a lot of damage. I know people really don't like me playing in ×6 speed, but I really, really do get bored if I play in anything other than ×6 speed. Come on, I told you to get out. Christ alive. Slightly more of the enemy is going down, though. The gatekeepers are doing it. Get a crossbow out. Come on.
The battle seems to be swinging in.
Why can't you act dynamically?
From such tidings does victory emerge.
Stop just letting them hit you. We need those bodyguards to die. We can do that, actually. We're in such low numbers, we should be able to just run past them. Yes, we can. There, go. Oh, excellent. And again. He's down to 6. If we are to lose, we are to take Ugluk with us. Go and get involved. There he is, on his own. What's happening on the northern side? The pikeman is still caught up in the catapult.
Abandons his men.
He's not running away, is he? He's running away!
Our men have
yes! 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 Yes!
Time to press the attack.
Suck it, you bloody great buggers! End the battle.
Victory is ours.
Councilman Grep, you glorious bastard. Apologies for my swearing. It's terribly poor form. 294 kills, gatekeepers. 284 kills, gatekeepers. So it transpires that Bree are very, very weak, except their one elite unit, which is highlighting again and again how OP combining crossbows and either halberd/pike units really are, which is why I have limited gatekeepers a little further. In fact, I've limited the whole of the Bree land roster. The campaign should be a little bit trickier than it was before. But that is a phenomenal victory over Frekka's Legacy. That means that despite our loss at Heorot, we have managed to achieve something in the south, and Isengard's army has been hugely depleted. That was one of their last stand armies. The other one is now in Heorot, their only remaining region.
Yes, my lord.
To battle. We shall prevail.
Yeah, there's no point rushing that.
Your orders, my lord.
Yes.
I'd like Khandum to be able to get a few more troops. Oh, you're going to be ages. What of Litash? You're going to be ages too. Just chuck the buildings on. Will. Hurry up.
Yes, my lord.
With honor.
We need this army.
Further, my lord.
Ah, men of the Dunedain, stand with us. Militia captains and blade masters now join our wardens. Well, we'd be fools not to take them. But Will's going to be a while. But we will wait the 3 turns. And I will take some Greenway because they look good and they're always very strong. Have you got any siege? You're going to need siege, so chuck in some catapults. Tell you what, instead of the Greenway. The ones... No, because you only take 1 turn, don't you? So, yeah, we'll take those. Because all the 2s, the 3 units that only take 2 turns will all go, and then there'll be 1 turn left. So, we can recruit some Greenways. Might as well just queue up basically everything that's left. We've got the money for it. We've more than got the money for it. I've also made changes. I'm pretty sure I've said this, but I've made changes to the armory building where all the garrison units now come from. And in castles, you can now build it straight away. There are no restrictions whatsoever. And this is to add further to the fact that castles are your military recruitment and staging grounds. And they are the defensive locations within your realm. Whereas towns are far more economical. And in a town, it does require that you have enough, basically, people to build it. So it no longer requires a farm, but but it does require the town hall. So it requires that the people have gone far enough to say, we need to have a council to guide our town's affairs, and the council's first order of business, therefore, is to provide a military garrison for the town. So you need to build a town hall in a town, and then you can build the armory, and it costs quite a bit of money. And it also now, it will have negative effects. We still, I haven't added them to it yet. I mean, it hasn't been added yet, but we tried to add because you can add, obviously you can add money. A building could just give you a set amount of money each turn. And on the flip side, though, a building should theoretically be able to remove money each turn. So it wouldn't actually take money away from you, but it would take money away from the income you are supposed to receive. However, in practice, that doesn't actually work at all.
Yes, my lord.
So the building at the minute is set to remove 100 gold coins each turn, but that doesn't actually work. So what it's going to do instead is lower, I think, either your trade or something to do with farming, one of the two. So
Your orders, my lord.
it will actually do something to your towns, but it won't directly take money. So that's how it'll work in just towns.
Yes.
We don't really need the army in Yagdak's grave anymore. Although I will take those catapults. No, they can take 3 turns. No, thank you. Good lord. Didn't know they took 3 turns. Alderon.
Yes, my lord.
Your much depleted army is moving. Oh, the Dunedain have taken Morvatarth. What of Rodout? Oh, you move so slow. Just get rid of that.
Your orders, my lord.
Cut down the journey time by 2 turns by just
Yes,
getting rid of
my
the
lord.
balance time. See, we could attack Shadoon, but I just don't really see a need to be honest. So we got some risky business from Captain up there, standing on our watchtowers. But we'll end the turn again. In one more turn, our army will be ready. We'll cross at Tharbad, and we'll make our way south to finally kick Isengard's teeth in, which will give us. We'll then be on, I think, 23 provinces. We'll only need 7 more. If we do take them from the Misty Mountains, then that will be the way that we win. The Bree victory message, though, I'm afraid to say, will either be non-existent or it will just be Dales. No. It'll be the Northern Dunedain. It'll be the Northern Dunedain victory video. Which will also, I think, be scrapped, actually, the victory videos. And not scrapped, but what we're going to do is we're going to put every video into an optional submod. And then,
Your orders, my lord.
if you wish to watch the videos, so the videos that say you've arrived at Minas Tirith, and the videos, therefore, that also say you've won the campaign,
Yes,
then
my
you would
lord.
download those in a separate download, which would mean that the main base game will be a much smaller download, or not the base game, but the core DaC experience, if you will be a much smaller download, which I'm pleased with. Also, we are toying with the idea, and we're going to test it, and we're going to see how it actually affects the game. But we are really toying with the idea, and I'm actually massively in favour of it. I'm very much in favour of it, in fact. But we
Yes,
are
my lord.
toying with the idea of removing the barracks event. So the barracks event would no longer be a thing at all. You can be retrained. There's our final term. So what we're thinking at the moment, or what I'm certainly thinking at the moment, we've discussed it in a little bit, but we've yet to test it. But what we're going to do is we're going to turn off the barracks event in our beta testing build, and we're going to get feedback from everyone to see how it affects the gameplay, how it affects the balance. But what I would much rather is that barrackses and things like that were blocked off by natural progression. So, for example, the barracks tiers will certainly be locked behind the blacksmith building, because that is just common sense. You wouldn't be able to outfit your troops until that town had the ability to forge the armour for those troops. So that's going to be the first point and part of it.
My lord. Ordered.
Let's just gather our most elite army that we can.
My lord. By your command.
Your orders, my lord.
Ordered. My lord. Your will, my lord. Yes. Ordered.
Oh, they're not.
Yes, my lord.
We can only take 3 more. This is a almost full Dunedain army. You 2 have experience. I'll take you.
Merging armies, my lord.
Your orders.
We might as well go 1 more of those.
Yes. Your will, my lord.
So, free upkeep here. You 4 can remain free. Your entire garrison is free. All right. So you guys, I don't know, just follow on behind
Yes,
as
my lord.
you'll be the garrison or something when we get there.
By your command. Yes. Merging armies, my lord.
Perfect. Will the Good now has a formidable Dunedain army. 4 units of Tharbad Royal Guard, 1 unit of militia captains, 3 sets of wardens, 1 blade masters, 2 rangers, 2 Greenway men-at-arms, 2 gatekeepers, and 2 watchmen bowguard.
We shall
and
engage.
Obviously he's not going to get there in this episode because I will
By your command.
end this episode now, in fact. So I will try to remember to talk more about the barracks event in the next episode. Why have we got so many units here? Because this was our staging point, wasn't it? You can all be retrained in Arquette, so return to Arquette. Oh, Arquette, you can do loads. What happened? Oh, you upgraded, didn't you? Of course. Of course. Is there a relatively unused fort knocking around that we can send these guys to? Oh, there's a gentleman in that fort. You guys go to that one. You guys go to that one. No one's getting into the heart of the Bree land without getting past our border watchers. I just love it. I love it. I love playing as Bree. So we hope to remove the barracks event.
my lord.
We hope to make it more natural how the barracks event will actually work. And by that, of course, we just mean, as I've already said, for example, the thinking in my head is that the barracks, well, I'll tell you what, we'll go one more in turn. The barracks will be restricted behind the blacksmith, which is already restricted behind the farms. Because the farms create the need to have a blacksmith for, like, horseshoes, for wagon wheels. Wagon wheels, such a delightful luncheon addition to one's lunch. So that kind of thing, hammers and all that bits and bob. But then with the presence of the blacksmith, it then becomes viable that you can outfit your troops with basic spears, weapons, things like that. And then what I would then be thinking, oh, the mountain orcs are going down.
Your orders, my lord.
Oh, and the bloody Dunedain have taken Morvatar. All right, into the mountains then.
We shall continue tomorrow.
So what I would then be thinking is that the barracks is then the requirement for the archery range and the stables, although this may play to certain faction strengths. So for example, in Rohan, the stables would come first and the barracks would come after the stables, with the archery range then coming after the barracks, like that kind of thing. Although no, that's not actually possible because they all use the same barracks, so ignore that. It will always be the barracks first, followed by the stables and the archery range, regardless of what nation it is, because they all are the same building, unfortunately. And we're not going to suddenly start separating the buildings out. That's for no real reason. But this is all to be discussed, but this is just spitballing at the start, really. And because sometimes people leave feedback and I think, oh yeah, actually, no, that sounds like that will work really well. So if you do have any thoughts, feel free to share them on what you think the restrictions for the barracks event should be. But that is going to end the turn. But what we will do, because as I say, we're very close to victory now, so it doesn't matter about the fact that it is basically cheating, is we'll have a little toggle fog of war before we go. Toggle fuzz? That's not a word. There we are. So Shadoon is the only real one. Once we get to the mountains, we can take Goblin Town, but Alderon's army is nowhere near good enough to take Goblin Town. The other side, though, the Misty Orcs are only down to Fenberg and Khazad-dûm West. The south, as expected, Isengard have virtually nothing. It looks like Enid Wyeth are going to have to be our final regions. Dorwinion on an absolute bender, on a mad one. Mordor doing alright though, but Gondor holding them at bay because Dol Amroth has gone hard into Khand and Harad. Good lord. Obviously this is a later version though, or this is an earlier version, sorry, which is why there's no crossing here. If there were a crossing here, things would be very different. Additionally, in later versions there's more of a crossing here, which allows Harad to get through better. So all of this to change. One other thing that will be coming is we're thinking of adding a land bridge up to here for Pelargir. Bringing Pelargir more into the war and also splitting Gondor and Dol Amroth a bit more. So Dol Amroth can go down here and Gondor can get across into Ithilien easier without having to constantly go through Osgiliath. But otherwise, the good factions have well and truly won this one. Mirkwood have virtually nothing left. Misty Mountains have nothing left. Angmar are dead. Dunland are dead. Isengard are soon to be dead. Khand are soon to be dead. Harad and Umbar are doing alright though. I might have to sail. A grand Bree adventure. But no, I'm not going to do that. I don't know what I'll do for the final. To be honest, what I might do is... I always never win them. I'd be happy to see like the Misty Mountains dead and call that our victory. Because without that, Because anyone else we have to fight, we're going to have to fight tooth and bloody nail to take them out. Although, I don't know, Enedwaith don't actually have very many troops left. We could always just turn on them. But then, I think Rohan's allied to them. Yeah, so Rohan will definitely attack us. As will probably the Northern Dunedain. So if we turn on anyone up here, everyone's going to turn on us. So I'm not really sure what to do, to be honest. Which is a shame, really. Which is a big shame, because I enjoy Bree. Anyway, we'll worry about that in the next episode. So for now, thank you very much for watching, and until we speak again, dear friends, Navar Naden Peremad Melonin, and farewell.